Yes, my dear students, welcome to sine rule. Basically, there are now different rules that you have to understand. Sine rule, cosine rule, very important rules. We will start with sine rule. With sine rule states that if supposing A, B, C are angles of triangle A, B, C. A, small letter A is side opposite to angle A. B is side opposite to angle B. C is side opposite to angle C. Then by sine rule, what we have is A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C. This is the rule, and this you have to prove. Of course, it comes for 4 marks or maybe even more. Sorry, or 3 marks. Sorry, even more. कैसे हो सकता है? See, one thing is there, when you apply this rule, you can apply it in slightly different way also. You can apply, see, basically it is A upon sine A is equal to B upon sine B is equal to C upon sine C. This is basically some equal ratio K. So we can tell, if I cross multiply this, A is equal to K sine A, B is equal to K sine B, C is equal to K sine C. Okay, this also is a form of this rule which we will have to apply when we are using in our problems. So let us go to prove this rule. See, when we go to prove this rule, definitely, of course, we need to be very strong with our basics, especially the Cartesian coordinates, the polar coordinates and all. See, what we have to do is basically we have to consider x-axis, y-axis both. Now we have to consider the triangle ABC over here, where with A on its origin, A is on its origin, B is over here, C is over here. Actually, you can take in any way, nothing like that. But right now I'm starting in this fashion. You'll come to know, you can take it in any way, no problem. So then the side opposite to C will be C, the side opposite to A will be A, side opposite to B will be B. So next step is that you have to understand the Cartesian coordinates of A, B, C. A, because it is on the origin, definitely it will be 0, 0. B, see, this AB is, the length of AB is C. That means this is going to be C. This point on X axis, positive X axis, is going to be C. So the X coordinate is going to be C and the Y coordinate is going to be 0 because it is on X axis. Fine. Coming over here, now here you have to be careful. See, for C we know that X and Y. If I talk about X, Cartesian coordinate X and Y, X is always equal to R cos theta, Y is always equal to R sin theta. I hope you know this. So considering that, C will have X coordinate as R. Now for distance from origin is B. R is B. Angle is A. So it will be R cos A will be the X coordinate. And the Y coordinate will be, sorry, R not R, B, because it's R is B. Here also B sin A. Okay, that is the difference. But these coordinates you have got. Now you have to, actually, before proceeding further, you will have to write everything in detail over here. For triangle ABC, A is on origin, AB on positive X axis. Okay, so what we have got, A corresponds to 0, 0. Now AB is equal to C. Therefore, B will correspond to C comma 0. And you have to straight write C corresponds to B cos A. I haven't explained you B R cos A, and X will be, Y will be B sin A. Construction is needed over here. Draw CM perpendicular to AB. Why and what, I'll let you know. Of course, we have to travel in that way, then you'll be able to understand that. This is your CM. Fine. Now, what you people have to do, or we have to do, is that we have to find CM from triangle CMA. We have to find CM. Then afterwards, what we have to do, we have to shift this origin from here to B. You have consider that you are shifting origin to B, or you consider that B you are shifting to origin. In whatever way you shift B to the origin, whatever way I shift origin to B so that AB is on negative x-axis. I shift B to the origin so that AB is on negative x-axis. Once you get that, then picture will be slightly different. Then again you have to find CM from there. Once you have to find CM from here, now you can't find CM directly from here in triangle CMB, because that is, angle B has to be on the origin. So here what happens, see now if I go to find CM, of course here again you have to be strong with your basics. This you know, it may not be able to show, you're not necessary, but I'll just explain to you. In triangle CMA, I have to find CM. I have to find CM and I know hypotenuse. So this is what corresponding to A, this is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So I will write sine A is equal to CM upon hypotenuse is B. Therefore CM will be equal to B sine A. This is how you will be getting it. So you just have to tell in triangle CMA, CM is equal to B sine A. This is all. You have to just take this. How this came, I am trying to explain you. This is too basic. You need not show it. Now what you have to, this you understood now. I got CM from this triangle when origin is at A. Now I will shift the origin to B, or you can call it that you shift B to the origin. You can put it in any way. Whatever said and done, shifted in such a way that now your AB is on negative x-axis. Fine. C is still anywhere up. C is over here. Fine. Now if you see, now B will be 0 comma 0. Now we have to understand this. A will be, this has come over here C, but this is negative, so minus C comma 0. Now this will be A now, this will be B now. To consider the coordinates of C, see what will be this angle first of all. Of course it is B, some theta B, but this will be what actually, we can't consider, we have to understand this. See, basically when we take an angle over here, this I could take angle A because it is making the angle with x-axis. The nearer is x-axis, so I could take angle A over here, and this is the nearer angle x-axis. But here nearer to angle x-axis is actually now this one. I can't take angle B, cos B, sin B I can't take, because B will be, consider this will be considered as B when it makes with positive x-axis. Whatever the angle makes, the terminal arm, this will be the terminal arm. The terminal arm makes the angle with the x-axis, that is considered to be the angle. That is considered to be the angle. But your angle in the triangle is basically CBA, not CBD, whatever this is. This is not the angle of the triangle. The angle of the triangle is CBA. If I say only angle B, then it will be considered as CBD. So I will have to shift over here. And what will be this angle CBA? If I consider this angle CBA, will be, this is pi now, pi minus angle B. Are you getting? Pi minus B. This will be this angle. Okay. So if I consider to write the coordinates of C, I am writing in rough work first. X coordinate will be what? X is equal to R cos theta. R is A. So A cos pi minus B. Okay. R cos A cos pi minus B. So this pi minus B will be what? But now cos pi minus B will be A, because now pi minus B, second quadrant, minus sign, cos will stay as cos, minus A cos B. Okay. Now this will be x coordinate. For y coordinate, what we will do? A sin pi minus B. That will be sin pi minus B remains positive over there. It will be A even now, sin B. Therefore, the coordinates of x will be, C will be minus A, cos B and A sin B. These will be the x and y coordinates of point C. Now here again I will do the same thing. I will have to, definitely M has shifted over here now. I will have to find M, and in the triangle this one. Okay. This also you have to write now here, shifting origin to B so that AB is on negative x axis. We get B will be corresponding to 0, 0. Fine. A will be corresponding to minus C, 0, and C will be corresponding to minus A cos B, A sin B. This you have understood now. Actually, you can show it if you want over here. Too much of katakuti. This all you can say. See here, C will be corresponding to A cos pi minus B and A sin pi minus B, which will be equal to minus A cos B, A sin B. That's it. Now coming to this triangle CMB. Now if you consider again the same way, basics in triangle CMB. You want to find CM, which is opposite to B, and A is hypotenuse. So sin B will be equal to CM, opposite side CM upon hypotenuse A. Therefore CM will be equal to A sin B. So here you will tell in triangle CMB, CM is equal to A sin B. This will be your second point. So CM you have, but measurement of CM is going to be same anyhow. So CM is found over there in this triangle also, CM is found over here, but the CM is a common side. So basically from 1 and 2. Here we got CM as B sin A, and here it is A sin B. Now if I bring sin A and sin this, I will get A upon sin A is equal to B upon sin. So in this way I have proved this. If I rotate it, if I would have taken it some other way, as I told you, I can take any vertex anywhere. If I would have taken A over here, B over here, C over here. So I would have got something else like B upon sin B is equal to C upon sin C I would have got. Okay. And if I would have taken, means it depends on what vertexes I take over here. Accordingly, I will get the ratio. So I have to tell over here again. Okay. Similarly, we can prove that if I take C over here, so I will get A upon sine A is equal to C upon sine C, whatever. Therefore, A upon sine A is equal to B upon this is hence proved. Okay, my dear student, this is how the proof is there of this rule, sine rule. Of course, we have to understand this rule very, very strongly, and it is very, very strongly used. All the three rules are very important: sine rule, cosine rule, and projection rule. This rule, as I told you, you can use it in this fashion also: k sine A, B is equal to k sine B, and C is equal to k sine C. One more very important thing is, basically you will never find this k as negative. Never will this k be a negative sign, because see, my dear student, first of all, A, B and C, they are the length of the sides. They are the length of the sides. A, B and C are the length of the sides. So because they are the length of the sides, they will never be negative. They are going to be positive always. Okay, they are going to be positive always. And then you consider these angles also. They will always be between 0 and pi. They will always be between, they will never, angle A, angle B, they will be always between 0 and pi. You cannot make them greater than greater than 180 degree. Okay, you will not be able to make them anytime greater than 180 degree. How will you make the triangle then? Okay, that will be a very, which is a triangle, no triangle at all. So will be anywhere between 0 to pi. And because all the values of sine between 0 to pi are positive, all the values of sine between 0 to pi are positive. That's why this sine A, sine B, sine C will also be always positive. Because A, B, C will be always between 0 to pi, 0 and 180 degree. It cannot be more than that. So here we know sine is always positive in these two quadrants, first and second quadrant. So sine A, sine B, sine C will be always be positive. A, B, C, because they are the sides of the triangle, they also will always be positive. So therefore this ratio A upon sine A, B upon sine B, C upon sine C, or K, is always going to be positive. Okay, my dear students. And very important thing, actually speaking, one more, actually this also can be proved as is equal to 2 times R. Actually 2 times R, this also can be proved if supposing and this R is what the radius of the triangle, circumradius of triangle ABC. If I make a circle of this sort, and whatever is the circle over here, the radius of the circle, this will be R. This will be R, the radius of the circle. So this ratio is always double of this radius, means equal to the diameter of that circle. Okay, my dear students, this is how basically the sine rule, the proof of the sine rule, you have to understand this very nicely. Okay, soon first you understand this and solve this. Try to solve it on your own. Okay, my dear students, all the best. See you all soon. Thank you.